An auto race is more than cars running in circles. From the first beautiful entertainer to the last tired driver, it's a special event like nothing else in all of sports.
Donnie Allison in first. Where will Cale make his move? He comes to the inside. Donnie Allison throws the block. Cale hits him. He slides. Donnie Allison slides. They hit again. They drive into the turn. They're hitting the wall. They're head on the wall. They slide down to the inside. Let's watch those third place cars. It's a fight between Cale Yarborough and Donnie Allison. The tempers overflowing. They're angry. They know they have. He has the window net down, and Earnhardt continues to work on cleaning off the windshield of car. Now Waltrip on the inside. Side by side. Down to the inside. Oh! 4 cars. There it goes.
There's Bodine into the fence. Joe Ruttman spins around. Who's going to win the race? Where's Kyle Petty? Darrell Waltrip's alongside of him.
There's the hook. Bang.
Earnhardt came down, caught the right rear of Darrell's car. There's Darrell Waltrip's Chevrolet, and it is torn.
Let's take a look at how he did it back in lap number 72. There you see Bodine in the 5. He gets trapped on a slow car. And as he gets trapped in the slow, Earnhardt just drives around in the dirt.
Goes through the dirt.
That's a good example of what Earnhardt will do to get in.
Feet away from the checkered flag. There it is. Davey Allison wins. Terry Labonte finishes second. Coming down off turn 4. And Earnhardt loses it, goes on the grass, comes back, and Elliott goes inside. And Earnhardt still got the lead. Incredible. He's at 500.
But Alan Kowicki is coming off of corner number 4, knowing that he's winning the championship. There's the checkered flag for Alan. He's the champion for 92.
In the third corner, he gets way down on the apron of the track, coming to the white flag. There's a leader change, and Labonte takes the lead. And meanwhile, Ricky Rudd trying to get and Earnhardt spins him out. Oh, man. And Tony Stewart is involved in the crash, as is Mark Martin, Sterling Marble, and several others. Dale Earnhardt takes the checkered flag. And Jimmy Spencer ran second. Wow.
Slow car's going to be in the way.
Just like a year ago, he's going to get him, though. He's going to get him. Gordon got loose. It's Harvick.
Harvick by inches. Harvick by inches. Harvick by inches. What a race. What a finish.
How did Jeff Gordon hang on to that car that loose off turn 4?
Man. We got him. Tell me we got him. 29 car. You got him, buddy. Harvick, you got him.
Folks, this is Dale Earnhardt's car and team. And Kevin Harvick, the young man Richard Childress tapped, is doing a John Force down the front straightaway. Look at Kevin Harvick as the fans saluted Dale with the number 3 on the 3rd lap. Kevin Harvick salutes him on the way to victory lane.
If I was him, I'd run that thing out of gas riding around here.
What could be more fitting? What could be more special?
Turn 4, final lap of the Pepsi 400. Michael Waltrip in second, but it's going to be Dale Earnhardt Jr. using lessons learned from his father to go from 6th to 1st and score the victory in the Pepsi 400.
That's unbelievable.
Yes!
That man behind you did it for you. You guys celebrate. You love you, man. You did it.
That was beautiful. Very, very nice.
Junior, you're happy.
All right.
Look at that smile.
I am speechless.
To go, what did you say?
Well, he said he knew he could beat him. We just didn't know what was going to happen.
Remember when we've seen this before? And Steve Mills joining the fray now.
Yeah, man, DI's tough. DI's tough.
We can celebrate.
What a finish at Daytona. Dale Jr. on top of the car in the infield.
The 1998 Daytona 500, when his father finally won the Great American Race, he threw the car into the grass doing victory donuts. Everybody joining in the celebration. That's Chocolate Myers, long time crewman for Dale at Richard Childress Racing. Sixth to first in the final 6 laps. All right, Mikey, you celebrate too. You never got to celebrate your win in February. You celebrate now.
Yeah, that's just so cool. Storybook ending. Oh, this is great.
Try to win it.
I don't know. I don't think he can step out until he waits till the last second and picks up.
He goes to the outside. Is Edwards going?
Oh, no.
He turns him.
No.
Oh, and that destroyed the front end of Newman's car.
No.
Edwards will not make it to the flag.
Oh,
Brad Keselowski won this.
That's a year's worth of frustration. Oh, conflict. The Cruiser in it. Somewhere in the middle of that is Jeff Gordon.
That's stupid.
Through as much pain and had as much perseverance as 30-year-old Kyle Busch. Tonight he earns his first Cup title. Kyle Busch, the 2015 NASCAR Sprint Cup champion.
Kyle Busch, I've never seen anything like it. Thank you so much. Thanks, team. Great job!
Jimmy Johnson through 3 and 4. Make room. Richard Petty and Dale Earnhardt. There's another 7-time champ. Jimmy Johnson wins his 7th NASCAR Sprint Cup championship. Finally reaching the peak. Putting an exclamation point on a near perfect season. Mark Truex Jr. is the Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series champion. This moment presented by Sunoco, doing victories all season long. The 4-year-old from Dawsonville, Georgia, is about to join his father, Dawsonville, in elite company. Chase Elliott is a NASCAR Cup Series champion. Driver's side to the fans, waving. And now he comes up to the young driver that just won his first championship.
God, I'm ready to rip somebody's freaking head off.
Hey.
Hi,
Guess
sir.
what? Guess what? It's a LTC shit show Saturday. A brand new off the wall segment that we just created today. I wonder why we created it today.
Yeah, why? Why, sir?
Well, let me tell you. The LTC from East Tennessee, Cody, your host with the most, and
Hey, it's Coop Daddy.
Coop Daddy are
there we
here.
go. Drop it. I can't click it, but you got to drop it.
Which one?
Yeah, there you go.
That one? Yeah.
Yeah.
Coop
Yeah.
Troop.
Oh, you like my hat? You like my hat?
I don't know what that
Spencer
is.
Real quick. Spencer.
Oh,
Hey,
that's sick.
You gotta watch Sprint Car, baby. Come on.
Okay.
Shout out Jared one time.
What's up, JD? What's up, Summer? Can I request we put Tony Stewart 2011 Homestead in here? No, I'll put his 02 or 05. I'm not putting 2011. That one just hurts. I almost put that one in there. I had it in there, I swear. And like I rewatched it and I was like, no, I'm not putting like a bad memory in here. What's up, Mama Cody in the house? Dan Coop with a beautiful cap tonight.
Damn, need to get that witter off the side of the road with my Cooper scooper. Fuck yeah, do it, bro. I dare you. Tweet a picture though.
Yeah, absolutely. We got Ivan in here.
Hey, retweet our show. Make sure to show us love,
please. What's up, you big balla nutsacks? What's up, Joe? Glad you're here.
Hey, dude.
So we're here tonight because we are joined with the Libertarian Party NASCAR Caucus. It's a mouthful. It's insane. I mean, it was intriguing enough for me to think it'd be fun to interview these guys. So there's 3 of them. I'm going to bring them in one by one to introduce themselves. So I'm going to, by no order. I'm not sure what their tier list is. It's how they were in the lobby. So let's bring them. Hold on, wait. We got to catch up real quick. Tony Stewart earned that. Sure. Self promo. You got to donate for those, bro. Rick Ware wins tomorrow. Let's run it.
Facts.
Speaking of mouthful, anyway, we got race control in here. You're muted right now, so if you say anything, nobody's gonna hear you.
What's up? I finally fixed that.
Oh no, he's
whoa, robotic.
Yeah.
Oh, my lag
there it is.
Yeah,
there he is.
Oh.
Now he's here.
All right, up next. Well, there's only one guy to bring in.
All right, what's up?
All right, fellas, introduce yourselves to the audience, please.
Mr. Reed, after you.
I'm Reed. I founded this whole thing just kind of messing around. I mean, I'm like an actual libertarian. Like, I'm not just doing this for the memes, you know. But I mean, how do I describe it?
How do you say that when you have Jeff Gordon printed out on your seat?
This is for the memes. But as far as my actual political beliefs, it's not for the memes. It's just, you know, liberty and NASCAR. Pretty damn good combination. Yes, this is for the memes.
What's up, everybody? I'm Steve. I was kind of, interested in this whole thing. I am a very active member in the LP community, national and state level, Georgia Nationals. Me and Reed have known each other for a little while now, and he came to me with this brilliant idea of liberty and NASCAR, and I said, fuck yeah, let's do it. Because, I mean, why the fuck not? I mean, same founding principles here.
Yeah.
All right, so do me if wait, we got your boy back.
Oh, is my boy back? Is John back?
Okay.
All right, so we are live.
So which where I died.
Hey, bro. Where's your microphone?
I have no idea what's
You might have to yell this whole episode. Let me see if I can turn you up. Hold on. Let me see.
There we go.
Paid advertisement, crank it up moments.
Yeah. All right. Do you care to introduce yourself for me, my guy?
Okay, so I'm John. Some people call me Swamp Donkey, because that's my gaming name on this spot. I'm the finance guy.
You say people call you Swamp Donkey? Okay, I was trying to pick that up. I didn't know if I heard that right or... Okay, all right, cool.
All right, so thank you guys for joining us tonight. I guess the way... I think somebody's got a little bit of feedback. Hold on, let me see something real quick.
John?
It was John. John, I'm going to have to mute you just for the time being. Sorry, buddy. Oh, wait, hold on. Comments are still rolling in. Can't hear them over. Yeah. Solved that. Love the jacket. Is that Jacob's roommate? They got the same internet. Facts.
Fuck.
A Jeff Horton fan.
Rainbow Warrior, baby.
Let's see. Yeah, people are poor guy.
I mean, I got Jeff here with me. I mean, wait, I don't know. That's very clearly Jeff Gordon.
I love it.
Fan of the Lpnc based solely on their jackets. See, that's why I want y'all before you woo the crowd. That's why I want y'all to walk through like what your goal is. So we're getting to that. Does that guy come with subtitles? Pit lizard. So that's in LTC lore. A pit lizard is somebody who's like googly eyed for a driver. Do you need a license to operate a toaster?
Fuck licensing in general. Okay.
All right.
Will not infringe. Period.
John with a cool beard. What do you get? There's only one goat, and that man was Dale Earnhardt. Amen, Junior. All right, fellas. So, you guys were. Let me do it like this. Hold on. There we go. That matches a little bit better. All right. So you guys are friends, and then he comes to you with this idea. So why did you decide to actually like follow through and make it a physical thing?
I mean, it was a mix of, God, what an opportunity, the memes, and the fact that LP is rich in NASCAR. You wouldn't think so, but we started this, the 1st of July? Kind of as a joke, in all honesty. I mean,
we had 300 members in the first 2 days.
Yeah, 300 something members in the first 2 days of having this organization, quote unquote. And now we're 400 plus and growing. Like every day, I'm getting requested random freaking time. We've got a couple international people. I mean, we're global now. I mean, it's wonderful.
All right, hold on. We got a few good questions. So, are any of these lads a Brad fan? Joe is the biggest Brad fan in the world. I had him list to me the other night his NASCAR Mount Rushmore, and he named Brad 4 times. So, Swamp Donkey Pits. Ugh. All the Gordon merch is treading on my rocks. Cool and unusual.
Oh, hold up. I'll just pull this back and be like NASCAR all night. There we go.
Ain't libertarian just a fancy word for liberal?
You're wrong.
Yeah, so do me a favor.
You're wrong.
Right, so in the chillest way, explain the difference between being libertarian and conservative and libertarian and liberal, because I do think that is something that not many people are educated enough on.
So the way I like to think about it is, conservatives will love to tell you they believe in small government, but then they don't care when the government takes away your rights. Like, more so social rights is what the conservative side doesn't agree with. And then as far as from the left, they love to tell you that, they want to build up, marginalized communities when they don't give a shit. They just kind of, go along with the money-making machine in D.C. They support just as big a government as the Republicans do. And meanwhile, the Libertarians some of us either minimalize or get rid of the federal government entirely, if you're really, hardcore enough, because basically the main force of oppression, no matter what either side says it is really just the government entirely.
So back in Joe's day, there were only 2 political genders, and that was Republican and Democrat. So, I always love our comments. So let me ask, so here's a fun fact about me. I'm a sports writer. Like I interview people as an actual thing. So I'm going to grill you guys. Don't take any questions that I ask in any offensive manner. I'm literally asking so you will explain and rationalize. So do you think that you will actually benefit your party with what you're doing?
Yes. Honestly, yes. This is an untapped, I would say, marketing potential. I mean, with the core roots of NASCAR being ungovernable as it is, you got to think this started all because a group of guys was running from the law, selling liquor, and I mean that's what we're about, man. I mean, I honestly think we will benefit from this some way. I mean, whether it's just community outreach, which is something we preach a lot. We love working out in the community, doing things like this. I mean, this is the first time we've done one like this all together. But I mean, we would definitely benefit from this.
Do you two boys have anything to add on to that?
I think, yeah, like you said, I think that it's a demographic thing, you know? Like, there's a huge portion of the NASCAR fan base, I think, are libertarians without realizing it. At the end of the day, they just want to be left alone. They want to be able to govern themselves, you know? And that's what the Libertarian Party is all about, is self-ownership.
John? Can't hear you at all, bro. So JD said he's selling liquor, I'm in. This is a good question. What is the Libertarian mascot?
Porcupine.
Is it actually?
Hell yeah, it's a porcupine.
Okay.
Because it's symbolic of, you know, not fucking with somebody unless they fuck around with you.
All right, so back in Junior's day, there were only two political parties, Junior Nation and Jeff Gordon. Amen. Snake?
Oh, yeah. But,
yeah.
I mean, as far as, like, you know, Republicans, Democrat, or what? I just said Republicans, Democrat. What the hell? Republicans, the elephant, Democrats, the donkey. As far as, like, our little symbol, it's a porcupine.
How old were you, and why did you decide to... Because I feel like you're either raised conservative or liberal, right? When did you, like, start becoming more active in the LP world?
I personally started... Okay. I personally started, probably my sophomore year of high school. I got involved, sophomore year of high school. I got involved with Gary Johnson's campaign. He ran for president in 2016. And when I graduated high school, he was currently in his run for president. The whole Aleppo thing, the Libertarian Party exploded because, you know, that was absolutely hilarious. But yeah, that's when I got started locally and nationally.
I'd say I probably got started as far as getting involved probably about a year ago. I'm 19, graduated high school in 2021. So, I mean, I'm still new to this, but I'd say about this time last year there is a candidate in Alabama, Jonathan Reels. Shout out to him if he's watching this for some reason.
Hey.
I went to a couple of his campaign events, and from there on, he just got me more interested in this stuff.
John, do you want to try? Oh, I muted you back. My bad.
Go down.
That's a little better.
Okay. The last election, the Libertarians candidates, I think that he was complaining of like that. Anybody from Clemson's a smart person. I'm gonna look into it. Roughly a year and a half, 2 years, and getting into it slowly.
Okay, so Cooper, you go. It's your turn, buddy.
Where are you guys from?
I'm from Alabama.
Okay, cool.
North Georgia.
North Georgia. Damn. How do you guys know each other?
Racing.
Oh, really?
Racing communities. That and NSP. That's kind of really where NSP and the LP is where me and Reed met.
Okay, cool. What about John? How do you know him?
I started playing Xbox with John Hill 2-3 years ago, if not longer than that. So I've known him over Xbox for a few years.
That's pretty fucking cool. I like that. Hell yeah.
Also, I'm sorry, it's raining right now where I'm at in my truck, so I don't know if that's like too loud or anything.
Why are you in your truck? Why
Because
are you?
I couldn't find a good spot in my house to set all this up.
Don't feel bad, Reed. I came to my mom's house because our internet sucks ass.
Look at us. It's grown ass men doing this.
John, what are you in the car?
Clearly, I got no place to go that'll help me, so I'm just trying out here.
Yeah, nobody can hear John. John, you just preach your gospel, brother, and like we'll all smile and nod.
What is happening in the comments?
Dalton would have been the kid going over there trying to drink the fucking chocolate river up.
Guaranteed.
Yeah, yep, exactly.
Yeah, that's Dalton, bro.
But only at the Mars factory. Like, he ain't eating Hershey or nothing like that. If it's not Kyle Busch and M&M's, he's out.
Yeah, nah. We need that red guy.
Yeah. John pulled up to the drive-thru. Yeah, it's Unchained bad.
No shit.
The red guy. Red, I don't know where Dalton is. Dalton's too good. Dalton's cool enough to come in the comments, but he can't come on the show.
Yeah, for real.
Calling him out. All right, fellas.
Speaking of red guy, where the fuck is Jacob?
I don't know. He's supposed to be here. All right, so you start going liberal, or libertarian. I should sorry, libertarian. What about conservatism prevents you from fully being a part of like the conservative party or ideology? I would say.
For my personal belief, I was raised in a very predominantly conservative household. My mom is part of the reason why I'm part of the LP. She's been a member for years. My father, on the other hand, I haven't spoke to that man in a couple of years, but he was what you call a racist. Hardcore. Being in North Georgia, you can probably put two and two together and figure out what it was. But very conservative on that side. I think that the thing that has pushed me over with the Republican Party is the fact that they like to say they are pro 2A, considering the past couple of Republican presidents have passed some of the strictest gun legislation that any other president has ever passed. A lot of people don't realize Ronald Reagan passed the toughest gun restriction laws in the United States.
So I was aware of that. I was just curious. I want all of y'all to answer this, and then I'm gonna come at you from the liberal side too.
All right.
I think, because I don't know. I think I've considered myself a conservative before I really got into libertarianism. But it's just the hypocrisy, you know. Kind of like what he was saying. Trump banned bump stocks. Reagan had strict gun control laws. It's just they love to say that they're for small government, but they're not. They're the exact opposite, and it just made no sense. And I'd say my personal political journey or whatever was starting in the right, finding out more about I don't know if you know who Ron Paul is. He's a big libertarian guy. Finding out about him, and then eventually Spike Cohen, who ran as the vice president candidate, and just following them, and basically they transformed me into a libertarian just because they were able to explain stuff, the way that small government or abolishment of government should be, not what conservatives do or say. it is. If that makes any sense.
John, you want to give it a go? We could try. Are you using a laptop?
Yeah.
Okay, I was just trying to figure out.
My phone's in hand. The only thing that makes it work without everyone stuttering, cutting off. And I don't know where the mic is on the thing, so.
Oh, you're good, bro. It happens.
About other people. I don't feel that way. I want to be a part of that. Put it on the drawing of trying to find something else.
Yeah, good. That I like that. John, type your responses in the private chat, and Race Control will translate them. And then just give a thumbs up, or just move your mouth while he's talking, and it'll look like you're the one saying it. So while you're typing out your response, I'll go back to you, Race Control. What about the liberal ideology keeps you from considering yourself a liberal?
The whole idea that life is handed to you. That's basically what they're preaching in the new wave Democrat Party. No, God, no. You have to work for everything. I mean, life is not all rainbows and unicorns. My taxpayer dollars shouldn't go to fucking fixing your problems. I mean, I shouldn't be responsible for, you having 6 children and no job. That's not my problem. That's my stance on the whole Democratic side of it, or not Democratic, you know what I mean, Democrat side of the liberal side.
Yeah, like I think, it's because the fact is they say that they want a bigger safety net from the government. Well, it's not the government that's funding it, it's the taxpayers. It's not I shouldn't be paying my tax dollars to help you. And I know that kind of sounds like the dickish thing to say, but I don't want my money, basically, I don't want my money being taxed, period. But your problem shouldn't be drawing money out of my wallet. And also the fact, economics, I'd say the right is usually, for the most part, they know more of what they're talking about economic wise. And the push for $15 minimum wage, that's only going to raise prices up. And they just don't seem to understand that, higher minimum wage it's stuff like that, the economic stuff that they seem to not understand, I guess.
If she got a fatty, that's completely understandable. I'll support your OnlyFans, baby.
So there's some leeway there. Okay.
Yeah. So we're not stern in where we stand. No. So let me ask this. You might see this as a juvenile question, but I don't know how far everybody is educated on this topic. How would you pay for infrastructure if taxes go away?
Reed, I'll take that one if you want me to. I mean, this is my personal opinion.
Well, you've been going first every other time, so I was going to assume you were doing it this time too.
Okay. So this is my take. Canada did it. I'm not necessarily saying Canada did it wonderfully. They didn't. I do believe that we can't necessarily get rid of taxes as a whole. There's no way to do that. We got to compromise with everybody, unfortunately. What I think, 17.3% flat tax on all goods, everything. That comes from, you go to Walmart and buy shampoo or whatever, 17.3%. Gas, 17.3%. Everything.
And that's the only place we ever pay taxes, is in that 17.3?
Yes.
Okay.
All goods in general. That is the only thing you pay taxes on. That way nobody can say, hey, this guy didn't pay his fair share of taxes, or this guy didn't do this guy didn't do that, this guy didn't do that. That is my idea. But I mean, that's just my personal belief. everybody has their own belief on it in the LP. I don't think there's a set economic standard for taxation in the national level LP. I could be wrong on that.
Yeah, like I don't know specific percentages, I'd say, but like a flat tax where, you know, I can't even read the comments from this far away.
He said 17.3% of taxes.
Oh,
I thought y'all were libertarians.
Yeah, this country was started because of a 2% tax, goddammit. But anyways, you know, a flat tax, I don't know. It's like we've kind of dug ourselves into this trench where taxpayer dollars have to fund almost everything nowadays. And so a flat tax where, like, everybody for sure pays the same would be, I guess, the most ideal way. Because, like, sure, taxation's theft. I firmly believe that. But I don't think abolishing income tax is necessarily a realistic. Like, I'd love for it to happen, but we got to kind of work our way there. You know, I feel like working our way towards a, you know, slowly more free society with taxation and whatever it is the way to go. So flat tax would work for the time being, but then eventually they'd have to figure something else out.
I've got John's response here. If you guys, if John, you want to mouth this, I'll speak for you. Life isn't easy. We shouldn't be paying taxes to help people who want a free handout. I was taught as a kid, if you want something, you go out and earn it.
So coming off of this comment here, where are we at on the minimum wage?
I think that I don't know if there's a universal number that would make everyone happy because each state's different. I
So
don't
do you
know.
think the federal minimum wage needs to go away?
I'd say giving it to the states is a better option, as long as they don't raise it too terribly high. You know, like $15 minimum wage. That's, I mean, inflation is also, you know, the price of everything is going up, and I get that's why these people are crying out for higher minimum wages. But let's say theoretically, you know, people in DC have enough sense to stop printing money and causing inflation, which that won't happen, but let's just say it does. You know, leave it to the states, and then hope, like, I guess just hope the states are smart enough to not have a stupid high fucking minimum wage.
Doesn't that one statement alone make you nervous? Hopefully the states are smart enough.
Well, that's the thing. Like California, they're gonna probably end up, if they were in that situation, go to a $15, if not higher, minimum wage, because everybody in California would support that. But I'm in Alabama.
California is already at 15.
Yeah, whatever the number is in the future. But like I'm in Alabama, and I believe here it's 725. So the California economy is none of my business. And if the working class people want to go somewhere where the economy isn't fucked up enough to where they're having to raise minimum wage, I feel like, you know, they should be able to go to a state that doesn't have a super high minimum wage.
Can I ask something? I'm just curious about this. Where you guys at on moonshine?
Nothing wrong with it.
Moonshine?
I will or will not
Yeah,
make
who
a
cares?
comment on if I have partaken in manufacturing of said illegal liquor, but yeah, it makes the world go round.
So,
call me a commie or whatever, because what?
No, go ahead. You're fine.
Oh, but yeah, like call me a commie or whatever for obeying the law, but you know, I'm not 21 yet. I don't drink, but you know, who gives a fuck? Like, drink whatever you want, put whatever you want into your body. It's not my place to tell you what to do or what not to do.
Oh, here's a good one. I got my papa watching. He wants to know if you all think that citizens should pay property taxes.
Senior citizen?
Yeah.
Citizens?
Yeah.
I don't think in my county we don't pay property taxes for senior citizens at all. There's no
Really?
There's no school tax, no property tax. Currently, our population is booming, so it's probably about to change.
But yeah, like senior citizens, for the most part, I mean, I'm sure there's a couple exceptions, but they're all retired people. Why should they continue to pay for the land that they've worked their whole life to live on? And more importantly, why they shouldn't have to pay the government to live on that land, because the government is going to mishandle that money more than anything else.
JD had my next question to follow that up, by the way.
Are you flat taxing store-bought alcohol, or does it get excluded? That's a good question. Speaking of taxes, I way overestimated what that number was. My dyslexia kicked in. It's 7.3, not 17.3.
I was about to say, bro. Yeah, Debbie over here.
Debbie.
Yeah, and my mom, she was like,
Mom.
"What are we doing? Paying those taxes, not raising the pay?"
Yeah, I had
We're gonna
that.
have everybody out there with spears and shields.
Joe was about to have a fucking seizure wherever he was. He was like, God, I thought you guys was libertarians. What the fuck, man?
Taxitarians.
My
no
bad,
one has a
folks.
problem with your water moonshine, Jacob.
Wink, wink, Debbie. Wink, wink.
9 states don't have income tax, which is the best kind of no taxes argument. But of course, they have higher taxes on other things, and it depends on your own financial situation as if it affects you or not. So living in Tennessee, we don't have a state income tax. But you better believe, like when I'm at the store, that 9.25 tax, it's always fun. Well, no, actually in my county and city, it's 9.75. Yeah. But we don't have a state income tax, so it offsets it.
In Hawkins County, where I live, we're paying about $110 for tags, just for tags.
God.
Yeah, because you got the wheel tax.
Yeah, it's
And this is
absolutely
Tennessee,
insane.
correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. We're from around Bristol Motor Speedway. Like,
Oh.
that's our stomping ground.
But the thing is, the whole idea behind it, from what I understand, and Cooper, you might have a better understanding on this than I do, because we talked about this a long time ago. The money was supposed to go back to fix the roads, but the roads never got fixed. They are still the same shitty roads.
Yeah,
we drive
like
on as little kids.
here in Knoxville, I only pay $80, and I have a custom tag too. So like, it's not even the state issue tag; like it's a custom tag. My sticker each year is $80, so it's not bad.
Don't libertarians believe that all senior citizens should be rounded up and made to play in the Hunger Games?
No, that is authoritarians.
Food Line is expensive. It's funny that we were talking about Hawkins County and Food Line popped up. Spoilers.
The hell?
Question for the tax loving boys: what's the best breed of MILF? Personally, I'm going with an older Italian mommy.
Mom, I know you're watching.
My papa and my
No
mom
comment.
both are watching, so
Oh no, I was referring to Debbie.
I feel like y'all gotta answer it, because there is one question that Joe has started, and we ask every new guest. So yeah. So if y'all don't want to answer this one, then I'll give you a one-time pass.
Okay.
Has this started?
Everybody
since I've been
passing?
gone?
This you'll know the question when I ask it.
Oh, okay.
Who would be the best kisser actively racing in NASCAR right now?
I gotta think on this a minute. Like just Cup Series?
John has given us the answer that we all want.
Yeah, it has to be Cup Series.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, Deegan.
Damn. Okay, Mike Harmon's out of the question then.
Oh man, no, he's not. He's not out of the question.
He doesn't
Active?
already suck,
You said active.
Yep.
He's active. Not in Cup.
Active at Applebee's. I mean, I can't say much about mine.
Active at Applebee's, yeah.
At 2 for 23. Damn, inflation drove that shit up from 2 to 20.
Dalton. Will he be?
Ooh. Well, my ex has experience with Blaney, so I mean,
it's Ryan Blaney. Ryan Blaney's the best kisser, 1,000%.
Yeah, I was about to say Blaney, but what did you say, Steven?
What Dave said, Timmy, Iceman.
I'm pretty sure I dated a girl back in high school that has some experience with some NASCAR drivers. I'm pretty sure it's Ryan Blaney. I could be wrong, but
Michael McDowell. Debbie's going for Michael McDowell. Let's go. We got some Michael McDowell love. Yeah. We got Michael McDowell in the back seat. Cooper's got the whole Michael McDowell set up in front of him. He's got that race win 500 diecast and everything. Big Michael McDowell guys over here. Paintball mode. Steve, I'm calling cap on that. Nobody said Alex Bowman. Always Bubba Wallace. My mom's down bad for Bubba.
What's the deal with Alex Bowman? Why has everybody got such a taut and sphincter for him recently?
Oh, I think John's got to say something. I could be wrong here. Reed, who do you think is the best kisser in current? I have no clue.
I mean, I guess Blaney. I mean, I don't.
Yep,
Willie B looks like a freaking middle schooler, so I mean, I don't think he has the skill. Everybody else is either too damn old. Blaney
that
or
don't matter, bro.
I guess Blaney.
Harvick.
Yeah, I'd still stick with Blaney, but I'm, Harv Daddy, come on.
You know what? I'm going with Reddick.
Tyler?
Yes.
Okay, and
he's the only one.
Long hair, then yes, but
he is the only one that we have actually seen this year kiss anything.
And he licked those braids.
He licked the absolute shit out of braids. So you know that man is a freak.
Do libertarians believe in the chupacabra?
I mean, I do. I don't know, Reed.
I mean, if it's something I can shoot, then hell yeah, I believe in it.
All right, so to wrap up the political talk, because I wanted to get that out of the way first. Reason being, that way y'all couldn't do your woo voodoo magic and turn everybody here into libertarians. Because if you tell us all this stuff after we lock you, we trust you more.
Oh, okay.
Five head. No, but for real, 5 years from now, where do you see this?
I mean, I would love to see us with, at least a small say in some form of government sanction, something local or something on the state, national level, as the LP, but as the LP NASCAR Caucus, I would love to see us at every track. I want to see Dale Dozer flags everywhere. I want it on cars. I mean, I would love to have the whole deck lid just a Dale Dozer. Ross Chastain Dale Dozer with a fucking watermelon throwing it off the side of it. Something. I don't know. I just want to see it.
Who come up with the word caucus? That's my only question.
That's just what they're called. Like a caucus is just a group of people, like a political group of people, I think.
I feel like whoever made that word was trying.
Cock us?
Yeah, cock us. Like they were trying.
Somebody said that we should have called this thing NASCAR Caucus. So
that's actually pretty good. Don't you hate that when somebody gives you a name after you've already named something and it's fucking fire and you're like, nah, man, that's
yeah.
I can't.
I think 5 years from now, I'd like to see, a couple of sponsorships, some pretty high level sponsorships if we could. Maybe promote the presidential race in 2024. I'm not sure how we do that, like if NASCAR will have political stuff banned at that point or not.
Well, it already is.
But yeah, but that might change. I don't know. Probably not, but
infringing my rights.
If we can, for those of you that don't know, Spike Cohen as our vice president candidate, and there is a semi-famous picture of him opening up his shirt and showing his nips. And if we can get that on the hood of a car, then fucking hell yeah.
Debbie, you fuck with books.
This is fun. I'm glad we did this.
Left-turn caucus.
Damn.
Mama Joe. All right, so I want to be real with you. I am very politically active. I hold like very strong political beliefs. I threw like all those to the side for like this whole conversation because I love hearing people's other like rationality, right? I'm not right in a lot of things. You're probably not right in a lot of things, but we're still going to bicker and argue about it at the end of the day, right? The opposing side sometimes makes a better point, but a lot of times we refuse to do that. So I love like conversations like this. It's staying lighthearted and fun. We need more political talk like this, right? It helps educate people. I am a big, I'm very opposed to a two-party system. I don't think it represents the betterment of this nation as a whole. There are more than just two types of people, right?
Mm-hmm.
So with that being said, what method of voting do you think will make it more accessible for your party to have success?
End ballot restrictions.
In what way?
Georgia is the toughest in the nation. I had to collect 30,000 signatures for a candidate to run for Congress. Her district had 4 counties in it. The total population of those 4 counties is about 84,000 people. Very rural Georgia. It's not going to happen. I mean, that's over half of those people saying, hey, we will support this. But it's nearly impossible. I think Alabama, if I'm not mistaken, just got complete access.
Yep. Alabama's been freaking going off with ballot access. We had people.
Go ahead.
We had people getting signatures over the past year, pretty much, and we've got full ballot access now. I think it's the first time since 2000 or 2002. And so this is the best chance we have of getting our name out there and having our bunch. We have 65, I think, candidates on the ballot. And so, getting rid of ballot restrictions so you don't have to write us in is better to get our name out there because it's less work that we have to do just to simply get on the ballot, and we can put more time towards just promoting campaigns.
John would like to say that he didn't study for this question on the test.
And that's okay. I do want to say, though, his driver that he would kiss was Kimmy. So I'll let that slide for this weekend. He's a Cup Series driver. This is the only weekend you can use that.
Kimmy's going to wipe the floor this weekend.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm literally in tears over here. This shit.
Okay, so let me ask this: do you have any concerns? And like really like. What?
Bring that up, Cody.
Oh.
Did OJ do it?
Yeah. What do the Libertarians feel about this?
I personally believe the man fucking did it. I mean, that's just me. But if the glove didn't fit, you can't acquit. So, I mean.
Yeah, I think the man did it.
I feel like Reed's not even old enough to know who OJ is, right?
I'm not that fucking young.
How old are you, Reed?
I'm 19.
Whoa. I did not think that at all.
So Dalton, no. I'm not even.
No, Dalton. That's fucking wrong. Don't even start, bitch.
Do it.
You do the same goddamn thing. Get the fuck out of here, Dalton.
Come
in here some backwards ass shit. Get the fuck out of here.
I'll say yes, Dalton. Yes. This is a good point. He did drive a Ford.
He's guilty as hell. It's fair.
Yeah, Jacob's the only Ford guy on the show.
I am. I'm a big Ford guy. I think OJ's innocent, honestly. I trust a man who drives a white Ford Bronco. I don't know about you all.
All right. So anyway, back to the question I was going to ask. Like now, God, we're off the rails bad. Where are you at on the death penalty?
Reed, I'll let you take that.
I mean, I don't think you can be, and this is kind of like arguing against the conservative side of it. I don't think you can truly be pro-life and support the death penalty. I personally, I feel like if the crime is like eye for an eye, you know, if you murder somebody, then if you get sentenced to the death penalty, I don't see a problem with that. Some might say it's still inhumane. But, you know, eye for an eye, you murder somebody, I don't see why, you know, you should have the right to live too if you took a life away from this earth.
A hill I will die on, and I believe John is going to agree with me on this. A crime against a child, yeah.
Yeah.
Off with their fucking head. Off with their dong. Off with their tit. I don't care. Make it brutal. Make them suffer.
So you think, I mean, just to clarify, pedophilia is the one just reason for death penalty?
Oh, God, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Wipe them out. We don't support that. There was a thing a couple years ago, which is why the LP got turned off to a lot of people, that there was some very active member on the national level that thought pedophilia was okay, and it turned a lot of libertarians off of the LP in general. But as a caucus, we don't support that shit at all.
Respect there. Jacob, do you have any questions that you would like to add from the political spectrum? Maybe like something that you believe, maybe ask them their stance on it, something like that, or something you're against.
Oh man, you're asking me to talk about politics? Oh
yeah, and keep it anonymous. I've asked
why do you
questions.
think I've been fucking silent the whole time? I don't know what to ask.
Yeah, so I'll tell you something I believe, something that I am against, and something that I question. I'll do all three. All right. I believe OJ's innocent. Amen. I believe that
do you actually?
Right. Yeah, dude. He drove it forward, man. I gotta take sides, man. It's a game.
Yeah.
I believe you guys are right about the kid thing. I will agree with you on that. Like, you do something to kids is fucked. And then three, I will ask you all a question. When starting the Libertarian NASCAR Caucus, this question might have already been asked, so I'm just going to ask it. What was it that, did you guys find out that you were Libertarian first, or was it, hey, we're NASCAR fans and we're also Libertarian? I'm kind of curious of how this all came about.
Well, I've been watching NASCAR since 2014. I mean, that's why I'm a Chase fan, because he won the Xfinity Championship the first year I started watching. But I've been a NASCAR fan longer than I've been a Libertarian. And I knew from groups like NSP, like Steven, I knew we had mutual friends on Facebook that were Libertarians, and that he was also active in NASCAR. And it was two things I was into at the same time that I felt like were a good match. So I don't think it was necessarily, you know, I'm one, but I've kind of realized, like, I'm just now starting the other. I think they're both the same. I was interested in both at the same time.
Okay. Well, okay. Now I'm going to ask like a serious question. What jackets are you guys sporting right now? Because these are racing jackets. It's okay. It's a Gordon. That's what I thought.
95.
What is that one?
It's the 95 Winston jacket.
Okay. Oh, okay. So like old school.
Old school. I mean, this is the 98 banner.
Oh shit! All right.
Yeah, I'm not sure what year this is. I got this off of Mercari, so I'm not sure exactly what year it is. But this is from, I think, 2015 when he was sponsored by 3M. And I also got a Chase Elliott like 2019, 2020 jacket in the house somewhere.
I need to hit y'all with my Gordon jacket.
Yeah, they would really like that. The jacket you got on now, is that a Gordon jacket? Reed?
Yeah, it's a Gordon jacket.
Okay, that's a DuPont jacket.
Yeah, I'm just not sure what exact year it is. Like I couldn't
Okay.
find it on the tag or anything.
What drove you all to Jeff Gordon?
My dad was a Jeff Gordon fan. Just
My grandfather.
Yeah, just as a kid.
Oh, dude,
I mean,
I've got
always-
the jacket actually. I'm pretty sure. Okay, I don't have that one.
Hell yeah.
That's fucking awesome. Where can I get this?
I think Cody bought it to sell, but I don't know if he's ever going to sell it because that was like what, Cooper, 4 or 5 months ago he got that shit.
Oh, it's been a hot ass minute. I think it is for sale. I think he's still selling it.
Are you still selling that jacket, Cody?
I'm kind of just sitting on it. If somebody were to offer me something wild for it,
How much did you pay for it?
Huh?
How much did you pay for it?
Why would I tell you that if I'm trying to resell it and make a profit?
I mean, okay. We're trying to make a deal here. I mean,
yeah.
But it's got a 17.5% tax on it though. So
Oh, okay, yeah.
yeah.
Me and my numbers messing up and whatnot. According to John, rainbows and butterflies drove Reed to Gordon. Probably giving him shit, but
That's how you know he's a bro if he's giving you shit through messages.
He always gives me shit. Always
Joe said, as an American, it's my right to dispose of my car batteries however I like. If I want to throw it into the ocean, then I will.
Fuck them turtles.
I mean, do you agree with that? Do you agree with that sentiment?
I mean, yeah. Do what you want to do, man. Freaking country.
I think, like, on a serious note, I mean, like, have the personal responsibility to not, like, fuck up wildlife, but at the same time, throw those car batteries in the ocean. Like, fuck it.
I want to see sea turtles with them little circular beer things around their neck, you know? Not really.
Hey,
but
there's a chance you could give the animals some kind of fucking mutation and they could turn into like some really cool like radioactive animals and it'd be fucking rad as hell. So take that chance.
Dude, that's like every horror movie or game I've ever fucking played. That doesn't sound rad at all. Like that sounds terrible.
Do libertarians believe that Tim Richmond whipped out his ding-a-ling?
fucking did. That man's dick was hanging out during that picture. John is agreeing with me.
Okay, we have a thing on this show. I don't know how new you are to like seeing our show. We have this thing. Is it a vein?
What, 3 days? 3 days in?
Yeah. Is it a vein or a cane? So, all right, we got one vein. Reed, what are you thinking? Is it a vein or a cane?
Vein.
Vein. All right. What's the other guy's name? The names went the fuck
John.
away.
John. It's forgettable because he's silent.
Yeah,
Was it
I know.
a vein or a cane? Was it a vein or a cane?
It's a vein.
Yes.
Vein. Vein.
Do libertarians believe that Mrs. Puff is responsible for the death of her husband?
Yes.
These are the hard-hitting questions now.
Yeah, I'd say so, yeah.
She whacked and buried his body underneath the boating school. That's why she's so scared to get fired.
5 head. Reasons why I will throw my trash into the river. 1, I don't want it to. The river is right there. God.
Convenience is key.
Okay. So, 1000% vein. No. Cody for president. Thank you. So on the political topic still, I feel like we're weaving this conversation beautifully. We're getting your politics and the jokes in at the same time. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. A little late to the party, Eric, but you're here. Hey, we might just be getting started. I don't know. Do libertarians believe that Fords are found on road dead?
Think about this really hard.
Yes, I passed one yesterday in a fucking truck that has no turbo. And the Ford was on the side of the road, blown the fuck up. Literally smoking. And I died laughing it off.
I might be a Gordon fan, but first on race day.
Yeah, that's my man right there.
Nah, screw Ford. Chevy.
Only-
I'm sitting in a Chevy Colorado right now.
Harvick driving.
Wait, are you in a fucking truck? Bro, I thought this was your bedroom the whole time. Wait, that's no joke. I was like, this guy's sitting in his room. No, he's actually in a
Like
truck.
the most uncomfortable angle.
Dude, I know. I was like, what is this guy doing?
We're both in the car.
Okay, you're both in the. I knew you were in the. I could see the the fucking post from the door right there, but I did not know that Reed was in one. I was like, this is
Do libertarians believe that Mrs. Puff could be a throat goat?
Jesus.
Nah, I'll have to pass on that one.
Pass. You already used up your pass.
John's saying pass.
No, I didn't mean like that. I mean like pass on her. not
Oh,
the
okay.
question.
So she's not a throat goat.
I wasn't expecting that question. Give me a second.
Let's go. I got 2 votes.
All right, so this is my guess. That's not SpongeBob's nose that you see.
No, it's not. It really ain't.
It's his dong, bro.
On his face? Like that?
On his face.
There's a
If I'm not
video.
mistaken, that is how sponges reproduce. Their dong is on their face. I'll have to look that up to verify that.
I'm very curious. I want to know.
Let's find out.
Somewhere out there, it shows Mr. Krabs grab it and pull him out the dirt in front of the Krusty Krab. And you see his nose, and you still got a hold of it.
What sponge species is SpongeBob? He's a big word. Out.
What is the libertarian position on the Black Plague?
Pulsino.
Survival of the fittest.
Yeah.
Do you believe in survival of the fittest?
What?
Yeah.
Like
I mean,
Darwinism?
yeah. Was that a yes?
What?
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you had answered yet or not.
No, I'm trying to think of how to word this. Reed, if you want to go ahead.
I mean, I'd say yeah. Like, I mean, survival of the fittest, just in general. Yeah. I mean, obviously, do what you got to do to protect like your family. You know, you got youngins, but you know, if it's like somebody that is not personally related to you, that you don't have any sort of connection with, you know, it's your choice as to helping them or not. So survival of the fittest, I guess.
Thin the herd. Remove safety labels.
What's a libertarian's favorite sex position?
I feel like it'd have to be doggy, right?
Well, I mean, the thing is, libertarians never get laid, so.
Right, yeah, like, okay.
Fair,
the
I guess.
The neckbeard thing is real. And I'm glad that somebody scraped that scab off. Oh, here's a good one. So screw older people?
Are you saying we screw older people, or
No, like, as far as, like, survival of the fittest. So, like, screw older people, question mark.
No.
Well, I mean, same thing. I mean, I guess if it's like your family, you know, or like if you choose, I don't know.
No.
I kind of stand by what I said. Like if it's your family, I guess. I don't know.
I thought libertarians worked in the library until 2 nights ago. None, because they got no game. All right, yeah. So let me ask that: are you guys ever shy or embarrassed? Any? Well, I won't say any. You guys are cool. I'll go on and say that up front. A very large majority of libertarians that I've ever met are obsessed with Joe Rogan and Elon Musk to the point to where it's just uncomfortable, and they're genuinely fedora guys. So like,
no,
yeah,
you're never embarrassed.
I mean, everyone.
Like,
bro, it works sometimes, and then it just doesn't. However you were talking about SpongeBob's nose is how you need to talk, like, permanently, because we understood everything.
Yo, shout out Dave's comment.
I'm just going to have to scream the whole time.
Yeah, that's a good one. The libertarians crank the hogs while cranking it up on Fox.
I know this guy's from NSP.
yeah,
for sure.
I gotta say yeah to my NSP bros.
Yeah, I gotta say yeah too.
What's the libertarian stance on Jonbenet Ramsey?
Her brother did it.
Huh?
Her brother did it. I'm solely convinced.
Think so? Then the parents covered it up?
Yeah. Accidental death.
Let's see. Andrew Tate is awesome, though? No.
No.
So we're all anti-Andrew Tate?
Big LJ. Big LJ.
Sweet. There you go. Libertarians and Andrew Tate aren't necessarily, like...
Nope.
Always together. I'm highly obsessed with Elon Musk. I don't blame them. He's a very big-chested man.
I mean, I'm obsessed with Joe Rogan, so...
Does John play Fortnite, and is he any good? Is John bad at Fortnite?
No, another motherfucker. I'll let him go.
Jacob's got to go and work on his Ford. Oh, here we go. Now we're getting there. Which LTC member is the hottest? Well, what is our chat, bro? Yeah, if you had to pick one of us to marry in a libertarian America, who is it?
Marry this. What we're doing?
Previous guest stars count.
Do what?
Your previous guest stars count.
No.
Damn it! I was gonna say RJ.
Yeah, but he's not an LTC host.
Yeah. Well, now I know it doesn't count. So.
Libertarian stance on the Helen Keller fraud theory.
If you can find a way to screw the government, because they're going to find a way to screw you.
All right. OJ's Bronco had the 550 package. John's Fortnite callouts would be asked with that mic.
My Xbox mic is better than my laptop.
Bro, you should have plugged that into your laptop.
Yeah.
All right, so libertarians. All right, so confirmed here. Libertarian IQ might not be the highest, right? Is that fair to say? What are we doing in the chat now? Oh my god!
What the fuck is happening, bro? Chill out. Why do you got all this shit going on?
Yeah, where are we at on this guy? The guy who did that.
Oh, Killdozer?
Oh,
yeah.
Dude, that's Andrew Tate.
Yeah. Do you support him?
The Killdozer?
Yes.
The Killdozer. I'm not exactly sure 100% of what forced him to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't necessarily believe in the wrongfully of killing people just for shits and giggles. But considering he destroyed a lot of government facilities, right on.
Yeah, like if he would have, just destroyed government facilities and life wasn't taken into question, then hell yeah. But also, wasn't the dude like a raging anti-Semite?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a terrible human.
Yeah, that's not cool.
Right. A lot of people, I feel like he was romanticized for his standing up for his like rights and beliefs, and people just overlooked the fact that he was actually just batshit crazy.
Yeah.
Bro, Eric's horny.
Is this better?
Dude, that is way better, bro. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I should have done this earlier. I thought it would work without it.
Yeah, let me fix your mic now. Yeah, there we go.
That's crystal clear, brother.
Oh, I should have done this from the start then. Dang.
Hey, dude, your voice sounds way better.
I know. It's awesome. I don't have to scream.
Yeah. Where does a hamster live in the wild?
Hamsters aren't real. There's no hamsters in the wild.
Hamsters are all government drones.
Is it just like the birds?
Just like birds.
Pigeons, man. Pigeons.
Pigeons and hamsters.
I don't think there's any way to justify the guy. Like, I don't know if building a tank and just running it through like downtown is going out of your way to injure someone, right? Like, I would say maybe not driving a tank through downtown would be a good way to go out of your way. Only took him half the show to figure out the mic.
Hey, okay.
Are
I
birds
quit
real?
school in 10th grade because they had recess.
Microwave.
How'd that turn out for the hamster?
All right, dear God. Cooper, do you have a question for the LP boys? Because if you don't, then I'm just going to keep grilling them like deeply political because I am eating this conversation.
You throw me on the spot. You should give me like a heads up where it's like, hey, you got like 5 minutes to think of a question. Boom. Because like this comment section is absolutely just fucked.
Did Grandpa Jacob go to bed? No, Grandpa Jacob went to
He went to fix his Ford.
He went to take the Browns to the Super Bowl, if you know what I mean.
Better chance than
yeah, there you
Deshaun
go.
Watson.
Yeah. Dab on the haters, bro. Cooper is a Browns fan. We were actually in the car headed to Atlanta. We were in like the middle of Atlanta traffic jam when the news dropped. And like, here I am trying not to get ran over and die on 75. And this man's just like jumping around in the car. And I was like, yeah, wow, you overpaid a guy to miss him for one whole season.
Pretty much. But, oh well. It's the Browns. What do you expect?
Right, yeah. And then they just shit all over Baker Mayfield. And like now, who's gonna be QB1?
Jacoby.
Josh Dobbs.
Is it?
I thought it was Jacoby.
Jacoby will fuck up. He'll do some goofy shit. That's okay.
They'll probably split it. It's 5 games.
I don't know. They're talking about Jimmy too. I don't want Jimmy G, bro.
He's a little bit more consistent.
Look, Debbie, I'm not political, so what the fuck do you want me to ask here? I don't know what to say.
All right.
I can't ask a question.
Where are you at on the government's place in school and curriculum?
Curriculum?
Yep.
My personal belief, my grandmother was a teacher, my great-grandmother was a teacher, it kind of goes on and on and on. Common Core has ruined this country. We didn't have a Department of Education set in stone until 1973, I believe. I might be off a couple of years on that. It's been a while since I've talked about education. But I believe that the parents or the individual has their own individual right to education. I don't think the state should just dictate, hey, this is what you can learn and only what you can learn. Because if you look at history as a whole, for example, history is primarily the main touchy thing. It's taught one way. It's taught based off of the not getting racial or anything here, but the white man way. It's not taught in the Native American way. It's not taught in the Asian American way. It's not taught, XYZ, the African American way. I mean, the Common Core just needs to go. That's my part.
Oh yeah, there we go. How is it being libertarian and living in basements?
Okay, to be fair, I may live with my dad, but at least it's not in a basement.
Well, I still live at home.
in the basement because I live on the bottom floor of an apartment complex, okay? Because I'm smart. I'm not carrying shit upstairs.
5-head move.
Yeah, I don't.
Run this one and then I'll follow it up after with a previous comment.
So what is your stance on the United States justice system and the way we handle prisoners?
Over incarceration is fucking awful.
Mm-hmm.
Like, especially non-violent drug offenders. Like, who should be fucking locked up for smoking a plant?
Plants aren't illegal.
Over incarceration is a huge problem. And like here in Alabama, Meemaw Ivey, our governor, used COVID relief money to fund 2 new, basically mega prisons. Like, it's just ridiculous how they're willing to put so much money into over incarceration.
Rig hit the nail in the coffin there. Also, I can't see you anymore.
Yeah, I'm like, I had to kind of, I'm trying to figure out how to put my camera up where it's not right against my windshield where the rain's falling down because it was getting kind of loud.
So to kind of follow up on that, wouldn't you say though that the over incarceration in the United States is actually benefiting the system due to prisons being for profit?
Yeah, it's benefiting the system. Like, prisons are for profit, and so that's all they care about is getting their quotas and getting folks in jail. It's benefiting the system, but it's not benefiting the people.
Exactly. I mean, most people that go to prison, at least in my experience that I've seen, are, usually petty offenders, and they come out hardened criminals. They go out, they went into prison for, a petty marijuana charge, and they're going out, robbing a convenience store, killing the clerk and 4 people on their way out. I mean, we are creating the English system.
So what is the libertarian fix to that issue? This is a very important issue that's in my household. So, like, you're talking to me, somebody who could be standing in the middle. Like, how would you sway me on voting your way in this regard?
Prison should be for, you know, the actual offense, like murderers, rapists, you know, stuff that actually merits punishment. If it's something that's, you know, drinking and driving, if you could kill people, but like smoking weed, you know, illegal drugs, if it's something that the real only detriment is to your personal health, we should be focusing on rehabilitation, not incarceration. So
I agree with Reed on that. I don't believe that our prison system is set up to rehabilitate. I think it's just oh, you did this, let's put you in here and let you think about it, but we're not going to help you. I mean, in some cases, yes, there is some prisons that, you know, they help with education. They help with, you know, fees and all the other stuff to get them back out, get them back in the real world, help them out. But that is few and far between. It's not all across. Oh, excuse me. I burped. All across the board. It's just select few.
Yeah.
John, do you have anything to add to that?
No, not really. I mean, Reed put it right on the nail in the coffin.
So how would you, in like a libertarian ran government, where would the funding come from to start to do more rehabilitation in prisons? Because I'm just trying to figure out and puzzle it together. You know, you get rid of taxes and then you have the flat tax on everything. That's still taking a loss, like as far as what money's coming into the government. So in what ways are you going to be able to fund that instead of just like ending up with a prison system that is already like underfunded, but now it's like crippled? So how do you prevent that?
I think generally, you know, we got to think of what we're wasting taxpayer dollars on, like the military industrial complex. We already have one of the biggest militaries in the world. And this kind of relates foreign policy wise, but like we should be non-interventionist, stay out of people's shit, and only basically the military's purpose should be to defend the country, not go and invade. So if we could stop dumping money into the military industrial complex and put that money into prisons and not really prisons, but rehabilitation, then that would already help a bunch of people.
Do you think that the money is going to be sufficient enough from the flat goods tax to cover all of that?
I mean, I guess it would depend on like what the actual tax rate is. And I mean, like 17.5%. Fuck that. But like, I don't know.
Taxitarian.
Got the wrong
Taxitarian,
number.
yeah. All right, let's hop through some of these funny ones. Do the Libertarians believe Tony Stewart earned the 2011 championship? No.
Hell no. Cousin Carl deserved that.
Amen, brother. Let's go.
Cousin Carl.
I will be voting Libertarian strictly for that answer alone.
We appreciate it.
Dalton, I'm gonna skip over yours. I don't think that. Actually, are y'all comfortable with discussing this one?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So in a libertarian ran country, how would it be better than how it is today?
This is my personal stance. A lot of people may agree or may disagree. Schools are not responsible. Like, teachers should not be armed. That is not their job. Their job is to educate. Even though the education system is flawed, we already talked about that. But it is not their job to dictate, you know, hey, I've got a gun in my classroom. You know, that can just lead to more mass shootings if you think about it. I mean, somebody get pissed off at somebody, know where the teacher's gun is, start shooting up the classroom. I mean, that's stupid. My personal take on it, we've got all of these veterans that are, you know, most of them can't find work outside of DoD contracts. I would love to see to solve some of the issues we have with the VA. You know, make sure they go through proper training and everything. I mean, they're defending children. Make sure we have a security guard of some sort at every school, preferably former DoD, if possible. That's my personal take on it. Others might not agree with that, but that's just my personal take.
I think like when you're talking about how society as a whole would be better, start off from schools. It should be education, not indoctrination. Learn what you need to know about life, not all this useless bullshit you're not going to need to know that simply benefits the state. Teach.
Will you elaborate? Will you elaborate on that?
Will you pull up the last comment from Joe and Debbie too? That was something I was going to mention as well.
But certain elective classes are personally some of the best education that I got in high school. Have work-based, like occupation-based education so that students can focus on what field they want to go into. Teach trades. Get students more involved into workforce stuff and not, sitting around in a classroom fucking learning about algebra for goddamn an hour and a half. Like simple shit like that obviously you need to have basic fundamentals, but that can be done early on. And that's one thing I think America, compared to like other countries, their education is so much higher ranked because their students know the fundamentals and aren't having to go through it every year because they get all they need to know and then they move on. So we could just have high school be preparing students for the workforce and for life on their own. That would benefit them because once they get out of the high school, they know what to do and they're not having to fall back on their parents or, like I'm living with my dad, but I'm also going to college. And once I'm done with college, then we'll see where it goes. But, prepare kids for the workforce so that they can establish a career for themselves and they know how to make money and not fucking just, dump more money going into college, not knowing what they want to do, and then they just end up in debt. And it's also like how we were talking about Common Core. The agenda that schools have, it's not useful. Like, why should we be learning about fucking, random bullshit history? Like, if you want to teach about history, teach about the stuff that mattered. Not shit.
Wouldn't you say that all history matters though to where we're at today?
Well, yeah, but like, what's the importance of remembering dates and times of ancient Mesopotamia or some shit when you could turn that into like the more social studies side of things, civics? That was probably the best history class I had, was the civics class, because teaching kids how the government operates, and not how they say the government operates, because they're going to tell you a certain way the government runs, but then in reality it's just ran by whoever has the biggest check gets what they want done.
Mm-hmm.
So stuff that's on the agenda now could be transformed into stuff that is actually relevant and useful.
Real quick to piggyback, Debbie doesn't want veterans there, various reasons, which I think that is like the first thing that comes up into everybody's mind, the idea of having a veteran protecting a school. I think that before we even got to that, we need better outreach and resources for the veterans that are coming back. Oh, this dude just tumbled.
Oh God, he wrecked.
The United States is very well known to ship soldiers off, strip their identity, they come back home, and then they're on their own. But I think until we have a better form of outreach and better mental health counseling and learn how to properly strip someone of their identity, I suppose, I think that would be like the biggest first step before we would logically put a veteran in a school.
Yeah, I think a mental health like exam.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, through the proper channels,
Yeah,
mental health exams, etc. Make sure they're still,
Well, the only reason I'm saying that is because I remember when I was a kid, I used to ride the school bus, and this guy drove the school bus. His name was Wayne. I don't give a shit. I'll say his name. And there was these kids who used to put their head outside of the school bus window, and he would purposely aim towards tree branches. Tree branch would hit the side of the school bus. Of course, the kids would pull their head back in before he did it. But
was that a game, or was he just trying to kill them?
He was just like, he's like, I'll teach them. that was what he said. Cooper witnessed.
Speaking of that,
I mean, he wasn't a vet. He's just a normal guy. Do I think he should be driving the school bus with kids' lives? Fuck no, dude. He's wild.
Fuck yeah. Yeah, dude.
Legalization of drugs. All drugs. Where are we at?
Well, guns, drugs, whatever it is, you ban something, it automatically creates a black market for it. Look what happened during Prohibition. Look what happens when you try to ban guns. Only bad guys are going to get guns. So my thought is, right now, you ban weed, well then the only ways that people are going to try to get weed is going through drug dealers, and that gets really violent really quickly. The war on drugs is what gives the cartel such a presence that it has. If the war on drugs didn't happen, then the cartels would not really have a purpose. There would be no need for violence. And that, if somebody were to just get their hands on drugs and get addicted to it, they should, again, this ties back into the rehabilitation incarceration thing. They should be able to get help for it instead of just being punished for what they put into their body. Like, if you get addicted to something, you are sick. Like, you need to be helped. You don't need to be locked up for a bad choice you made.
To piggyback on Reed, my belief, again, it's in the herd. If you're going to do it, I mean, there shouldn't be anything stopping you. But I do believe that we need to help people. In the war on drugs in general, all that funding that went to the war on drugs should be focused into rehabilitation, helping these people get back on their feet. I understand nobody believes the whole Narcan thing. That's a touchy subject. Narcan should be free everywhere. But, I mean, they're experimenting with the whole legalization of all drugs in a couple of cities. It is not going very well at the moment for the city of Seattle because it's Seattle. Seattle's terrible. Sorry if anybody's from Seattle that's watching. It's a bad spot. But I don't think that. How am I trying to say this? I think that the war on drugs should be ended, yes, but I'm not exactly sure how to fix it. That's my personal take on it. I've never really thought of that before.
So it's actually that topic and that subject is the main interest that I have in the Libertarian Party. I haven't really thrown out any of my personal views too much. I believe in a legal and and I know you're going to hate this word here, but a legal and regulated drug market. I think that not necessarily a government oversight of it, but I mean standards. I think that it could totally be like commercialized. Like we could have like top brand meth companies and that sort of thing. It's going to make a safer product on the streets. It's going to bring a lot of money into the economy, and it's also going to do a lot as far as emptying out prisons. Logically speaking, the first couple of years, there's going to be a lot of overdoses. But typically people are really good at self-policing at the end of the day. Some people aren't, and that's usually when some people go down a bad path. But I don't think that anybody should be spending time behind bars because they have a heroin addiction. That's not benefiting anybody. That's not helping them. Just going to jail for using heroin. And especially, I mean, marijuana and THC and psilocybin both. I can't comprehend the fact that we're in 2022 and things that grow from the earth are so heavily just I don't know, man. It blows my mind. Going back to reefer madness, right? THC being illegal, that all stems from the DuPont family and their production of Kevlar at the time. The studies are there that were paid by DuPont to find that THC made you go crazy and kill people. So I think that a regulated drug market just benefits the nation as a whole.
It would definitely be better than what we have now, yeah. As much as libertarians hate the word regulation, that would be leagues better than what we have now. And it's like, oh, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
It's like, people on the left love to say that, you know, it's mainly the politicians I'm talking about. They're all for decriminalizing marijuana and other drugs, but they only care about it so they can tax it, so they can make money. They don't give a shit about, like, how what we just said, how, you know, you can focus on rehabilitation and regulating the economy that comes from it. They just want to get taxed. They just want it to be taxed so they can get money. That's the only reason they want to get stuff legalized.
Here's one. I actually 1,000,000% disagree with this take wholeheartedly with every ounce of my body. Living in Appalachia, the opioid pandemic is absolutely dreadful, awful. It is killing people in our community left and right. It's not getting any better. If anything, it's getting worse. Narcan literally saves lives every single day. I think that Narcan should be readily accessible on street corners. I don't think that there should be any walls, red tape, nothing that prevents somebody from getting a hold of Narcan.
If Walmart could sell vibrators, Narcan should be available.
Bro, facts.
Put it in a vending
Facts.
machine.
Yeah. And I mean, if somebody comes and gets like 4,000 of them out of the vending machine, I mean, nobody's just coming to like hijack them to like create a black market of Narcan. You know what I mean? I think that it should be readily accessible. I do agree with this. I think everybody does deserve a helping hand. Jacob, you got anything?
Yeah, I've got a segue. Is there anything more you want to ask before I ask mine? Because this is going to take us completely off topic.
Yeah. Do libertarians like the Winston Cup point system or the playoffs?
Winston Cup.
Chaos.
Okay,
I love
I'll admit
chaos
the
that this
playoffs
year has brought.
the playoffs. It brings a lot of chaos and entertainment. That I can appreciate. But as far as deserving champions, I think we were lucky that Kyle Larson had a good race at Phoenix last year. Because had he just had a bad race, then we would have not had a deserving champion because nobody else was deserving of the championship last year.
Denny would have had it had he not been a second slower.
Yeah.
And that's not
But, I mean,
taking
it does
away
bring
from Denny
chaos,
saying he doesn't
and-
deserve a championship.
Well, Denny ain't never gonna win a championship, so.
Well, this goes into my question. So all of this that we've been talking about, and I had to go away for a little bit, and I apologize. All this that we've been talking about, how does this go into NASCAR itself? Because that's really what I'm interested in. Does this go into NASCAR, or does it even go into NASCAR?
I think go ahead.
Go ahead, Reed.
I think it's mainly just appealing to the fan base and getting them interested into the LP and what we have going on is really what was my main goal of kind of merging the communities and showing, for one, showing the LP what NASCAR is. It's not just boring people driving in circles. It's a fun source of entertainment. It's a fun sport that I really enjoy. And also getting NASCAR fans interested in the Libertarian Party. And, we get more people interested in the party, then we grow. And then obviously that's what we believe in. So I think it would, make things a lot better.
So is the end goal to have like a booth somewhere outside the track and talking to people? Is that kind of what you guys foresee?
I'd say so.
Yes, I would agree with that. I think we tried to set a goal for ourselves a lot of the LP guys, the NASCAR Caucus guys, I think we've talked, and I think that we are going to aim for Dega this year as like a big meetup. You know, Dega, it's Dega. I mean, the craziness, the block parties, dude, it's perfect. It is perfect for LP. And to go back to the last question you asked, I think that the LP and NASCAR go hand in hand based off of our foundings, right?
Yeah.
The LP founding was the same as basically NASCAR's, was to, hey, you know, we want to do something, but somebody's trying to stop us. Screw you. We're going to do it our way.
Okay, if you do go to Dega, I have one request. This is the only thing I'm going to ever ask from you all. I want at least 10 people that you can show that walk up with a "Let's Go Brandon" t-shirt, and I want you to try to convert them. Yeah, no, it's an oh god, because me and Cooper just went to the last race, and I'm not even joking. Okay, so me and Cody actually went to the race where it happened, right? And there's different opinions about it. I'm not going to give my opinion about it. We talked about it on the show.
Behave.
But it was a big thing. It happened. Obviously, it kind of derailed Brandon Brown's life for a while. I think that's obvious. You can see that as if you're in a NASCAR and you just let everything else go. You could see it derailed his life. It did, and he had nothing to do with it. But the biggest thing is when we went back, Cody didn't go the next time. It was me and Cooper and a couple friends of mine. We went back, and the amount of "Let's Go Brandon" t-shirts, I cannot even tell you. I would say, Cooper, what do you think? 65% of the fans that were there?
Had to have been. Swear.
It was the most insane. So I want to ask that of you. It'll be easy to see. There's plenty of them, man.
I was hoping you can see the spinning chair guy if they go. They got to meet that guy.
Oh, shit. Yeah,
that's my
the cart. Yeah. You guys got to ride that if you get a chance.
Sorry, I got a guess now.
The more the merrier.
My dog got out. He decided he'd come join.
So I'm going to throw out one more spicy one, and then I will let whoever else wants to take over. Where are we at on abortion in the LP?
It depends on who you
specifically. Okay, when I refer LP, I'll rephrase. Where does the Lpnc stand on abortion?
I don't think we've fully taken a consensus on that, in all honesty.
Yeah.
I think everybody's opinion varies.
I think, personally, the LP NASCAR Caucus, just feel however you want to feel about it. Don't force your belief on everybody else. Because we're not here to talk about abortion. We're here to talk about NASCAR.
Yeah.
I know, personally, I don't know. I think you're killing a baby, but at the same time, it's not my body, so who am I to say what I think you should do? I'm conflicted, and I think a lot of people are somewhat conflicted, and I don't think there's a one solution meets all thing that libertarians can agree on, because when the national committee, there was a whole mess this past convention about they removed the abortion plank, which I think it said something along the lines of there are good arguments on both sides or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't remember how they reworded it or if they did. But there's a whole bunch of mess over that and a whole bunch of abortion arguments, and it's a mess. I try not to get involved with it.
My personal take on it is basically morally, I don't think I could ever do it. And this doesn't reflect the Lpnc, my belief, because it's my belief. Morally, I don't think I could ever do it. But there should be no governing sanction that tells you you can and cannot do something that involves your own personal being.
John?
My opinion, I couldn't do it because that is a life. But at the same time, sometimes it needs to be done for the sake of the mother and the baby. and that's your choice, not mine. And it should be left up to you, not the government or somebody making money that don't even care about you or know about you.
I'm going to piggyback. Not being a dick. This is not my belief, but I'm just asking this. It's just a solid question. If you believe that pedophiles should be killed, why do you say that it's a life, it matters for an abortion? What's the difference? If it's a life, it's a life. I'm just asking. I'm not saying
that's a very valid point.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a very good topic. I mean, it's touchy. It's kind of hard to, you don't want to say the wrong thing, but then again, you say the wrong thing and the right thing at the same time. Like I said previously, I mean, personally, I couldn't do it. I mean, but if I've never been put in that situation. Now, I would have a different opinion if I had been put in that situation, but I have never had to do it. So therefore, I'm going to say I'm unopinionated on it.
I think that, the life of a baby, if you want to call it that, it's innocent. It hasn't done a damn thing to anybody. Meanwhile, pedophile, and of course, there's, it depends on the situation, what exactly they do. But for the most part, pedophiles are not good people. Not even for the most. Pedophiles aren't good people. Like, that's not a good thing to do. I can't call that an innocent life like I could the life of a baby. So do I think that, throwing all pedophiles into a wood chipper, like, maybe not that extreme, but they're not innocent. I don't care what they try to, I don't care if they, minor attracted person or whatever the term they're trying to get to be mainstream now. They're not innocent. A baby, meanwhile, I'd say is.
Okay, cool. I was just curious.
Jesus, absolute Christ, Joe.
Bloody red.
So real quick, there's a few comments to catch up on this. If abortions are legal, then men should be allowed to have an abortion where they don't got to pay child support. Yeah, it's called signing your rights over.
Yes.
It already exists. You just sign your rights over. You don't want the kid. Typically, now I do know in some cases there has to be another adult there to replace. But I mean that happens. Let's see. An abortion for the sake of the baby. I think a lot of people could probably argue different circumstances. I think everybody has different opinions and views on that. And some people do definitely feel that way too. The baby could cure cancer. The pedophile is a cancer to society. Who's to say, though, that through strong rehabilitation, that pedophile couldn't turn out to also cure cancer too? I mean,
so that baby doesn't grow up to be a pedophile.
Right. I think this is a solid take here. A pedophile had a second chance at life and forced their will on another. A baby is innocent and has a clean slate. Their potential hasn't been realized yet. Yeah, so I mean, you could argue on both. I mean, this is going to be one of those debates that are never resolved, right? I think everybody can agree on that. Just absolutely never. Where's Jeff at on it? Oh, he's gone now. Jeff was there. Oh man, I can't even. Ignoring the comments. Debbie, no.
Debbie's hilarious.
Debbie's a gold.
I think we love mom.
Reed pulled a Danica again. Yeah, he's just been Danicaing it up. I'm trying to think of some other hard-pressing issues that. How does a libertarian economy help bolster and grow the economy in just basic layman's terms here?
Well, I think the government loves to give out subsidies to, big enough corporations, if not even small companies. But the more reliance that a company has from on the government, that's what creates monopolies. when they have the backing of the very government itself, to where they're getting a bunch of money and they're basically omnipotent, like that's how you get a monopoly, and then there's no competition. Eliminate the aspect of the government interfering with the free market, and there is competition. Almost every instance you see of a monopoly or, you know, a corrupt corporation, it's because they are, you know, they're influenced, they're in the works with the government.
Do you believe in climate change?
I mean, I think so. I don't think it's as much of a problem as it's made out to be. I think there's a lot of fear mongering. But I mean, I guess so.
I mean, in the 60s, we had, 10 years to live. In the 80s, we had 20 years to fix the problem, or the world was going to, overheat. I think there is an issue, but in this country, I don't think it's nowhere near as bad as some other countries. I mean, look at India. Dear God. I mean, they're probably India and China are probably the number one, number two polluting countries in the world because they just don't care.
I want to address something. One of the comments about how the economy was booming with the COVID relief. Well, we're paying for that now. I mean, wasn't it 80-something% of all U.S. dollars in existence were printed in 2020?
87.3%.
That's why we are in the shithole of it's a recession. I mean, then now they're trying to change the definition of recession.
I do want to point out, it was called when the 2021 budget was passed under the Trump administration that it would be detrimental to the economy around 2021 into 2022. So, I mean, not only did COVID hurt, but also the United States budget was an absolute train wreck disaster.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, I have a question.
Oh, go ahead, Coop. Go ahead.
Trump 2024 question mark?
I'd say no.
No?
It's up in the air. It's up in the air.
I don't know if
this is just me. Trump, I don't think Trump is a libertarian person. I think he's very much big government. I'm going to vote libertarian. So I'm going to support whoever our candidate is. And the LP is going to love to fight about, who's a real libertarian, and this we shouldn't be promoting this person, or this person shouldn't be our presidential candidate. Well, I'm going to support whoever the LP puts, just because I'd rather support them than support lesser of two evils, because you're still supporting evil.
I think Trump will. I don't think he's going to be able to run. And the reason I say this, I think I can't remember the Florida governor. Was it Ron DeSantis? I think is his name. That sounds right. DeSantis, I think, will run as the Republican ticket. I believe that the Republicans are too scared to put Trump back in because Trump destroyed the Republican Party. After everything that has happened since his presidency, he's kind of taken and made his own kind of political affiliation, and I believe that all the Trump-backed candidates, at least in the state of Georgia, except one, has won. And I believe that it's pushed the Republicans away from anything he has to do. So I don't think he would stand a chance if he ran as a Republican. As a libertarian, no. Too much of a big government guy. He was previously a Democrat, then he hopped over the Republicans. I don't know what's going to happen.
I say we all vote for Dale Jr.
Amen, dude.
Is that the new one?
Really, though?
Yeah.
Put our differences aside.
Yeah, dude, I just got that the other day, too. It's a badass car.
It's the only one Walmart had. I'm tired of Walmart. They need to be canceled. They never had the diecast.
Bro, my Walmart still has the 187s from the very first wave of them.
Can I ask this? And this was kind of based on what we're talking about. We're talking about like pollution and everything. obviously NASCAR is heading here. I think we've seen it. I don't know I assume everybody in this chat is car guys, right? Like everybody's a car guy in here. Okay.
No.
Well, we just seen. Okay, Coop. Sure. All right. We just saw the Charger and Challenger are discontinued, right? And the new car that's replacing is the Dodge Charger Daytona Electric.
Yeah.
I think NASCAR is heading towards electric engines a lot quicker than what we might think. And that's because if you look, Chevrolet is getting rid of the Camaro next year, and they have talked about they're going completely electric as well. Ford is also going electric with the Mustang. I mean, that's coming.
That Mach-E is awful.
The Mach-E is,
awful.
It's something.
Awful.
They're getting ready to make a coupe version. I'm expecting that because they're getting ready to unveil it here in September. So, what are you guys thinking?
So I heard.
Wasn't there talks about the EV SUV series?
I think that was just Dale. Okay. I think that was just Dale and Mike. But what I heard listening to Door Bumper Clear, that next year at the Clash, they're going to do a little expedition for EV cars just to see. And I think by 2035, it'll be full electric.
I think it's sooner.
Maybe even sooner.
I think we get hybrid.
Depending on what the OEMs say.
Well, 2030, I think, is probably a hard deadline.
I think we'll be hybrids by 2027, 28.
Really, it just depends on the manufacturers, what they want.
I mean, hopefully this is just Dodge trolling us and saying, hey, we're getting rid of the V8, but get ready for this shit. Here comes the Dodge, I don't know, Helinator or something. I don't know what the fuck to call it. It's a V12.
It looks like the 67 Charger, which is interesting.
They finally do the body justice and then put an electric motor in it.
Joe, excellent awareness here. Are y'all familiar with the Crying Indian commercial?
The what now?
The Crying Indian commercial. It was produced back in the 80s. And it was a Native American man who was saddened by the litter and debris.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that was paid for by Coca-Cola, Pepsi, and all of the plastic-making companies, Eastman Kodak, so on and so forth. They actually paid to put that out to pass the blame on to the consumer instead of the company itself that's producing the harmful plastics.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, on the batteries, I don't know that we're sustainable enough yet to go full EV and like be reasonable with our batteries. I do think that we will have EV NASCARs, at least hybrids. I think 2024 will be the start of it. We got a new engine coming.
Maybe a whole new division to start off with, like a trial run. Kind of like how they started with the truck series.
Well, what's funny about it is, and this is so off topic, but I'll talk about it. The engine motor, the battery powered Charger is got like it has V8 sounds. They have an audio sound that when you drive. And what was funny about that is, dude, I saw that in a movie years ago, and I'm trying to find it right now. The Dilemma had Kevin James and Vince Vaughn in it, where they worked for Dodge, and they were talking about electric cars and actually putting V8 sounds in it. And I find that so strange. That movie came out in 2011.
Did The Simpsons predict it?
Yeah, I was about to say.
If The Simpsons predicted it, but The Dilemma did.
If The Simpsons predicted it, it's happening, which gives me hope because Futurama's got some cool shit in it.
I think that that idea only creates more marketing space. Imagine like if Ally just puts like ally on Bowman's car as he's just driving down, right?
That's the engine sound now.
Chase Elliott's the Napa Know-How jingle.
That would be a good one.
I would jump from
I would pay for that, honestly.
Oh,
no. Yeah, I agree with this wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
No, I think it'll be more like F1. I think it'll be like when their batteries start draining, the cars just aren't as powerful. I think it'll be that kind of thing. The batteries will be sufficient enough to probably make it through a whole race. At least I would hope. But eventually, NASCAR is going to shorten races anyway. That's the trend. That's what's going to happen. So I guess we could close out the political talk. Race Control, I know you have a specific story that you're wanting to share. So I'm gonna bring the image up. And it's just gonna go right at. Let me move you over to here. There we go, Jacob. I'll let you take me. There you go.
Dude, you take me.
No, it's fine. All right, go ahead.
All right, so
Where do you take me?
Let's take you back. All right, this is probably 2017, 2018. I can't remember the exact year. I've known Chase majority of my life. I grew up in North Georgia. We used to race each other back in the Purple Plate Series on local dirt tracks. It's been years. Still talk to him every once in a while. I've got his number. Every once in a while, we'll talk, do something. Anyways, this was one of the events done at the company I work for, Atlanta Motorsports Park. This was a event that Pepsi came to us and said, "Hey, we want to hold an event out here, for diehard fans." So we were like, all right, it was, a meet and greet with Chase, and the winner of the contest got to go out on track with Chase in a go-kart and race him on the kart circuit that we had. Well, fast forward to the day it happens. So Chase is walking, into the building, and there is a extremely, and I mean extremely obese woman grasping on to a case of Mountain Dew, screaming, Chaz LP, I love you. I mean, just like that. And she damn near fell out of the rascal. So,
okay, pause that. What did you just say? She fell out of the rascal?
Yes.
Is that what you call the?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Like, what was that show? The Cleveland Show,
Yeah.
The character's name, but that's exactly what that woman looked like.
Yeah, okay. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
So, Chaz LP, I love you. As she's clinging to dear life to the side of the rascal and the Mountain Dew in her hand. Well, us being the assholes we are, all of us knowing Chase, we, after the event, he was just chilling with us, hanging out. And we actually took a couple hot laps with Chase and a couple other guys. He was like, does anybody want to, autograph? He's like, I know all of you know me, but and we're like, hell yeah. So as a group, we all went up to him just like that woman and went, Chase LP, we love you. Can you sign this for us? So he signed it Chaz LP. So that is the picture. I love you, Chaz LP. That is my story with Chase Elliott. The guy is fucking hilarious. And I wish more people got to see that side of Chase.
Okay, I told you on Facebook that I was interested to talk about this. Do you think that what NASCAR shows Chase is nowhere near what Chase's personality is?
God, no. No, I've known him majority of my life. I mean, it's weird. He's a very quiet person, but he is the most laid-back person you will ever meet in your life. He's funny as hell, but how NASCAR depicts him, nowhere near what the man's really like. I mean, the guy's hilarious.
Doesn't that suck, though?
Yeah, that would be, Dale Earnhardt without the Intimidator,
Yeah.
I mean, that's literally what it is.
Well, I mean, okay, let's face it. All of us, I don't care who your driver is or, where you stand on it. Chase Elliott is the face of NASCAR. He is the new face of NASCAR. He's been that way for a while now. It's not a new thing. He's been that since really he come into the sport, in my opinion. And I think it sucks that he has to tone it down a little bit because he is the face of NASCAR. I would love to see that side of Chase. I would honestly love to see that on the cameras.
I mean, the only time that we really got to see the real Chase Elliott was Kyle Busch.
Darlington, that was real Chase. I don't know Chase like that. That was real Chase.
I don't know.
Fingers in the air.
I don't know if there's a glory hole at the pool room. But when they turn that siren on in some places in Dawsonville, you can hear that shit loud as that.
So I'll confirm there is no glory hole in the pool room.
There is no glory hole. I've been a resident my entire life. I've only been there once.
Dude, incredible food. Straight up. Just incredible food.
Good burgers. I remember that
Yeah.
much.
Yeah, the burgers are slapping. We stopped on the way down to Atlanta last spring, and the food was fire, absolutely fire.
Did you guys stop at the Georgia Racing Hall of Fame?
No, we didn't do that on our way through. We literally just had time to stop and eat, and we kind of did it for the meme more so than anything. So, let's see. Does anybody have anything else in this conversation that they want to add, cover, or discuss? Kimmy this weekend?
Kimmy?
I hope Kimmy wins.
Solid top 10.
That way there's one spot left going into
Yeah, I
Daytona and just the most chaotic race ever.
I don't care. Like, I don't even care about my favorite drivers. I'm a Kimmy fan this week.
I think a lot of us are.
Top 10 minimum.
You actually think Kimmy's going to perform?
Oh, yeah.
I think he'll get...
With the new car, I think he will. If it was last year's car, I don't think he does good. But this year's car...
I'm kind of torn. It's either going to be one of the... Kimmy is either going to have issues or he's either going to dominate.
The only bad part is where he's starting.
27th.
Yeah.
So I think that Kimmy will finish top 20. I'm not putting anything more into that. Kimmy's a hell of a driver. I think you could probably argue that he's one of the greatest race car drivers of all time. I think he could be top 15, top 10 greatest race car driver of all time. I don't think no matter how great of a driver you are, you're going to be able to hop into another series with a totally new style of car and outperform the elite guys at that level.
Hey, man, Jean Girard did it, so.
I just think
who expected this many race winners with 2 races left?
Oh,
this year's just been that kind of a year.
Dude, I'm not putting Michael McDowell past winning.
No.
He's starting third.
Third, man. He's starting third.
McDowell win and both Ryan and Truex are out going into Daytona.
Insane, man.
I mean, that's fine because then Kurt's going to be out regardless if we get
Yeah.
here tomorrow and then next week. So,
real quick, just to add to this comment, I think that the cars are even, but I don't think that's going to make filling the car much different in that regard. I think Ross Chastain is going to be able to outwill Kimmy at Watkins Glen in a stock car.
It's like I told Reed earlier. I wish Kimmy would have done the Xfinity race.
Yeah.
Today.
Yeah.
Just
Or
lack
the race for that
matter.
Christopher Buescher. Yeah, he's going to win.
Christopher Buescher has
Hey.
he has a chance.
He's got a chance.
There was a question earlier actually. Junior asked, and I meant to bring it up. Do libertarians believe that Roush is back?
Roush?
I believe they're taking the right steps.
They're slowly but surely.
Yeah. I think Keselowski needs to go ahead and retire, but Christopher's doing all right.
Consider me
Oh,
part of your
shit.
caucus. If you guys
shit.
think Roush is back.
Dude, Joe is about to pop off. You disrespected Brad.
Look, I love Brad. He's a great
Harvick
character for the
Harvick
sport.
win at Watkins Glen. If Harvick wins at Watkins Glen, he's immediately
3 in a
my
row.
championship favorite.
Dude, if he wins 3 in a row, I think he's going to be a lot of people's favorite.
I mean, Tyler Reddick is really the road course ringer right now. If you think about it, I mean, the dude's
Yeah.
been on a tear. He's been on an absolute tear. He's starting 5th.
Let's talk about the boy on the pole, though.
Yeah, no.
How many championships does Chase retire with?
2 or 3.
1.
At
I say-
most. At
I say
most
2.
4.
I mean, at the rate we're going, the government's going to end up shutting us down because of monkeypox. So, I mean, next season could be shortened. We could have a monkeypox, gay pride, kind of, race. Chase Elliott gets another Mickey Mouse championship, but that's my take. I love the guy to death, but he had that shit handed to him on silver platter.
He's going to finish second at Phoenix and a winner get disqualified.
How was it handed to him?
whoa!
That'll be the most Mickey Mouse way to win a championship.
How was Chase's 2020 handed to him?
I just think that with a lot of the tracks not being on the them only racing, what was it, 7 or 8 different tracks in total? Is that right?
Well, the playoffs were back to the regular schedule.
Though.
Yeah, the playoffs were the same.
Huh. I could have swore that.
I think Harvick
tracks
shutting down after Bristol helped a lot.
I
With
agree.
Chase winning. And then
Same with Denny.
Chase did.
Denny slowed down.
Yeah. Like I think they just won too early and too much. And that's what I was worried
think
about
they
with
burned out
Larson
at the
last
end of the
year.
season. And Chase did basically what I think how Jimmy won so many championships is Jimmy knew the chase. Chase knew the playoffs. He knew what to do to get to Phoenix, and he played to the format that was presented to him.
I mean, didn't they change the format specifically because of Jimmy Johnson? And
Yeah.
Jimmy Johnson came in and said, "Ha, fuck y'all, I'm gonna win another one."
Let's be honest.
I think they changed it 3 times.
Jimmy
Exactly.
operated in the gray area a lot. A lot.
Oh yeah,
So-
Jack Knaus was incredible, but Jimmy only won his final championship through dumb luck, and 2 of his
Honestly.
rivals, running into some damage. That was definitely Carl's race to win.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Joey wouldn't have been a
Cousin
Joey.
Carl deserved the championship.
I think the reason Cousin Carl isn't with us anymore in NASCAR is stage racing. I think based off of some of the things I've watched about him saying about stage racing, basically how he said he just stops the race and starts a whole new one. And that just is not how NASCAR is. I think that's what turned him off. I think
Wrong.
that's what
Wrong.
Daniel Hemrick ate shit today.
Daniel Hemrick did eat
Good.
shit.
Hard. Very
I
hard.
freaking love that man. He needs better luck.
Hemrick.
I mean, he's got 1 win, 1 championship. Honestly, if I'm Daniel Hemrick, I retired at the end of the season last year. I don't have
Yeah.
anything else to prove. He's already been a cup bust. He's a proven Xfinity bust. But I mean, he did what he had to do. It was a legitimate championship. I'm not putting an asterisk beside of it. But I don't know that Daniel Hemrick's the guy. Just like Trevor Bayne. Trevor Bayne's garbage.
God. That freaking Daytona 500, and I had
Like Hemrick because Hemrick, I don't know if y'all know what the Southern Super Series is. It's a super late model championship that runs around here, and he won it in the first year of them being a thing, so that's why I've always liked him. And one of the guys that used to run in it finished.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah,
Great
right on.
story, Reed. I love
Hell
it.
yeah, man.
I'm really
Yeah.
glad he finished. That's awesome.
Where do you guys think Kyle's going to end up?
Ooh,
To the 3.
That's what I'm saying.
to the
It's
3.
actually in the comments.
16.
too.
Colleague KBM. It's Colleague KBM or Rowdy Ware Racing.
Rowdy Ware
Oh
Racing.
God, no. Cole Custer's going to Rick Ware, and Kyle takes the 41.
Well, so the Eric Almirola. So Jacob, I want to apologize to you on air. It's still not confirmed. That did come out.
Dude, I know, man.
So me and Jacob fought yesterday in our Discord. If you're not in there, you should be.
It's interesting.
Yeah, it's incredible. Over Jim Utter and Jim Utter broke the news, and then Adam Stern made it a big part of one of his stories. Both guys are Jim's not super respected in NASCAR, but he is kind of. He confirmed that Eric Almirola would be returning back to the 10. And then today it came out that Eric's still not fully decided.
Dude, and that was the thing. Jim Utter said, and I know Jim Utter is a reputable source. I mean, I'm I'm in the game. I know how it is. But like he said it, and then I went to Stuart Haas's page just okay. I guess Ron doesn't think he's reputable, like the dumbass he is. But no, I went to Stuart Haas's page and like nothing was said, and I'm like, okay, that's an issue. Why is this? Okay, it didn't come out and say it was a rumor. I think it was a fuck up. I don't think Eric stays. I think Eric's done.
I think it just depends on how the rest of the season goes for Eric. If he's still having fun and wants to do it again, I think he comes back.
I mean,
I think we'll know by Phoenix.
God, I hope so.
How about Sex God? Sex God. What's going to happen with Sex God Kurt?
I think we are living in a age where we respect and fear concussions much more. There are ways for them to stimulate the drivers to see what their symptoms are. I bet if you were to go back to the 80s and have sim rigs and that sort of thing, I think a lot of guys would be out like more often, because definitely, Junior talks about it a lot. He experienced those concussion symptoms in the mid 2000s, but didn't know they were concussion symptoms.
Mhm.
So, I mean, I think that's what's prolonging Kurt. And also something really important to note about Kurt. This is a bold assumption, but I feel like he's medicated for anger issues as well. Because Kurt's made like a total 180 as a human. So if he had a brain injury, he most likely came off of his medication. So that's not fun either if he's been on it long term. So, I mean, I feel like there's so many different variables. I don't think Kurt's done. I don't think Kurt retires at the end of the season. I just think that he's an older guy, had a concussion, and it's probably rattled him a little bit.
And I think they've wanted to keep him out because of the tracks. I mean, Watkins Glen and Daytona. Those are
Daytona is an absolute. Yeah, there's no reason for him to race it at Daytona.
And then if he does race them, gets another one and out the playoffs, what's the point of racing those races?
I mean, wasn't the man fired for like stealing his car and going on a fucking joyride? Like, didn't he get fired for that?
Kurt?
Yeah.
So initially there were some domestic abuse things that popped up, and that helped Penske sever an already burned bridge. Kurt's getting a divorce, and that's also like, I mean, there's just so many variables. Like, this guy's entire like life has like totally been altered in the last few months, and now he's like dealing with a concussion. So I don't think it's like any tinfoil hat stuff. Also, that was a question earlier too that I meant to bring up. Do y'all wear tinfoil hats ever?
Oh, all the time.
Sometimes.
Depends on what like conspiracy we're referring to.
Do you think that the government spies on us? Is Big Brother watching?
Oh, hell yeah.
They're currently doing it right now.
Honestly, I don't think the government cares enough to watch LTC. Personally. He's Mayfielding. Jeremy's just a different case of
Hold
just
up.
everything.
Speaking of Mayfield, I've had this since 1998.
That was one of the many. I thought that I saw you holding that up earlier. That's dope.
Yeah,
that's
it's
sick.
cool as shit.
Yeah.
And it's still in good condition. It's been put up for like 20 years though.
Yeah, no, shout out Jeremy Mayfield. He was going to be an absolute stud in the sport, and just things went wrong.
Craziest story ever.
If there is a government agent watching the LTC right now, he is bricked up. Guaranteed.
Cranking a hog out for Jimmy.
Dude, that's just, you got to do what you got to do. Well, fellas, I think that this would be a good point to wrap it up. This has been fun, insightful. So y'all, each of you go through, throw whatever plugs you got to throw out. Your ats, your social medias, where people can find you if they're interested in the Lpnc. So I'm going to hand it over to you.
If you guys are interested, check us out on Facebook. We do have a group, kind of like an SP. You can find us at Libertarian Party NASCAR Caucus. Just join the group. We'll let you in. Most of the time, it's full of memes. I mean, we take NASCAR memes and make it political, or vice versa. But yeah, I mean that's the only shout out I really have. Hi, Mom.
Reed, go ahead.
I can't really think of anything. Also, I guess, Dad, if you end up actually watching the full 2 hours and 20 minutes of this, you really had better things to do.
Did he though?
He said he would, but I don't know. We'll find out, I guess.
Shout out Petty Cash Motorsports. And I really don't know. I lost my train of thought. Hold up. Follow me if you want to have fun and you're on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter. Clemson Fan 116. It is a shit show when I get in a mood.
Is that everybody's spiel?
Yeah.
All right. Well, then I'll do the outro here. Once again, it's been another episode of the LTC. We are from East Tennessee, as always. Yeah. So this was, as we called it, shit show. Shit show Saturday. Yeah. Say that 5 times fast.
Shit show Saturday. Oh God. Yeah.
Yeah. Shit show Saturday, I would say, was successful. A successful shit show Saturday, if you will. I appreciate y'all for hopping in. Like I said, everybody, I think probably across all 3 of us too, our stance on the political spectrum is like totally different. So having like some more different opinions and views, super interesting. Respect what y'all are doing on the grind. Good luck going forward. I'm sure we'll stay in touch now. Yeah. Find us on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. It's all Left Turn Cult all the time. A shit talking mood cart. Swamp donkey. What does that mean?
Just
Also,
go on
Swamp
Twitter.
Donkey.
Okay.
Swamp Donkey's
Okay.
a pretty good handle. I like
Hey,
Swamp
it's
Donkey.
awesome. I know.
Is that you?
Yes, that's me.
How many shit show Saturdays can a shit show Saturday? Well, this Saturday is one.
Number 1 is today.
Yep. So thank you all for being our inaugural guests. Hopefully we can keep it flowing. I'd like to get like the DNC NASCAR party in here, and then get the GOP NASCAR party in here.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, I know.
Just all in here at once and see what happens.
Yeah. And then just our entire like livelihoods are ruined. Yeah, I need to reach out to like the Green Party, Progressive Party, the American First Party. What else we got? What else we got? What is the
party? Andrew Yang has the Forward Party.
Okay, before y'all go, since y'all are kind of like, I respect all the other parties. I wish that America had a non-2-party system. But since y'all are kind of in the depths of like, the underrepresented parties, what is the craziest political party that you've stumbled across?
Craziest?
Yeah.
Me personally, there is a local, well, not local, they're in Georgia, but it's a neo-Nazi party. I mean, these guys.
Isn't that just the Aryan Brotherhood?
Yes and no. But it is the actual National Socialist of America Georgia chapter. That is their title.
They're Nazis and socialists.
Yes.
That
Doesn't
works.
really make sense.
Definitely the same thing.
Well, I'm stumped.
Reed, you got anything?
I mean, I can't really think of anything all that crazy.
John, you got one?
No, but I almost forgot. I got a bone to pick with RJ.
Oh man, what did RJ do?
Disrespecting Chase by pouring Coke. Why not use an Ace Shock or a Mountain Dew? A sponsor of Chase.
Mountain Dew's gone.
Well, yeah, true.
Pepsi's gone.
A former sponsor.
I want to see the man pour Hooters hot sauce.
Dude, that's what I told him on the show.
Yeah,
Hooters hot sauce.
Yeah,
If he
I
went-
told him
hey,
to wear goggles.
This is my. This
don't,
is.
don't do that. No,
If Chase wins the championship, he has to pour Hooters hot sauce.
I'll see what I can do. He's coming to Bristol, so we're gonna do a meetup at Bristol.
I'm coming to Bristol too.
Are you?
Yes.
Right on, right on. Stay in contact then. Join the
Hell yeah.
Discord.
All right.
Yeah, guys, thank you for coming on. It's been fun. I
welcome.
guess I'm gonna do our nice little outro. What am I gonna do this time? You know what? I might make this one quick.